Hello guys, in today's tutorial of HTML5, I created a web application for the quizzes that the cheat quizzes I mean to say that are like 50 to 60 possible questions that you can see in HTML, and also it's mostly for like beginners and people who want to learn all the whole concepts in HTML, or people that are preparing for their exams or stuff like that. So to know the whole concepts, I created a web application and I named it like cheat quiz or something. So it has a summary of all the topics that we are going to have, and it has a quiz in the web application. I'm going to be posting it. I have published it on GitHub, and I'll be posting the link so you can get the quiz app in HTML as well as we were doing in our math lessons and in my other tutorials. So firstly, you know how we start. I will show you guys the summary and stuff like that. And the cool stuff about my quiz application is that if once we start quiz like this, if I start the quiz, you can see my interface is very beautiful because I took lots of time step by step making this since I started with the mass application and stuff like that. So you can restart quiz, you can view the summary page, meet your answers when you are done selecting. So if you the cool thing, as I said, is that once you restart quiz, it gives you another set of questions. So that is the very cool thing that you can use for my quiz app. So once you restart quiz, it gives you another set of questions for every user. So if I should restart quiz now, and you if you remember our first question, so if I start quiz, you see it changes the questions. You see it changes the question automatically. So I'll just go out. Yeah, okay. So let me just briefly explain this. So we have the HTML5. The current HTML is the latest version of hypertext markup language, powering modern web development with semantic structure, multimedia support, and powerful APIs for interactive applications. So you can see a very cool and very well explained overview of everything than spending like months and years in learning HTML. So I just give like a very brief topic on this. Okay, so we have core structure. This is the doc type, declares an HTML5 document, enabling standards mode. Then the root elements, we have HTML wraps the page head, hoods metadata, example, meta char set, UTF-8, title, and body contains visible content. So the content elements are like the header. We have headings from H1 to H6. This H means headings: heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 to heading 6. So this is the highest, the greatest heading is mostly used in the homepage and stuff like that, and for like main title, like you can see my name here. Cool, right? So it's you can see it makes it more cool and stuff like that. So paragraphs, we have P, paragraph list. P is for paragraph, list, LI, images, IMG, links and stuff, href, and form structures the page. So we have semantic tags, we have header, nav, main, article, section, asides, footer. It's help improve structures and accessibility. We have media elements as well, and we have graphics, canvas for JavaScript and stuff like that, driven 2D drawing, SVG for scalable vector graphics. So form enhancements, we have like for our form, we have new input types, email, data, number, color, range. That these are the input types you can use, and many more. Then we have data list, progress, and output. So there are some that just entered new in our HTML5 and stuff like that. So we have APIs, local storage, session storage, drag and drop, geolocation, WebSockets, history, API, and offline support for dynamic web pages, web applications. So why it matters: accessibility and SEOs. Semantic tag improves screen reader support and search engine indexing. Native features reduce dependency on Flash or other plugins for multimedia and interactivity. Modern web applications APIs enable real-time communication, offline functionality, and data storage. So we have, then let's go up with the quiz. So make sure you subscribe and get your, then go to our description of this video and get the web application link so you can take your own quiz and test your knowledge in HTML and stuff like that. Once again, it's for people that are trying to learn and test their understanding for HTML, and also people that are preparing for that test or exams. So let's start quiz, and I hope you guys like the structure, the interface I used. I think I'll keep in track with this type of interface than other of my videos interface. I think this one is more suitable and more cool and understandable. So you must choose a selection. You can't just submit answer. I made sure I handled everything correctly. So if you try submitting answer, it just gives you this. You can just skip it over. And so you can view summary again. This is just like a cheat for you guys. So in case you forgot something, you can go back to our short notes and try getting something from there. You see that, right? So I'll just close this real quick. Uh, let me choose one. So correct tag for subtitles would be subtitle. Let me say subtitle. I don't think it's the subtitle. I know. I thought I thought it was I thought it was track, but cool though. So it's track. So this time around, I made like a longer note for every this for dance. Like I made like a very long note for more detailed explanation on each answers. So track is the correct tag for adding subtitles or captions to video or audio elements. Example: track source subtitles dot vtt kind subtitles and this. So they are not, subtitle and media are not valid tags. Caption is used for table captioning or stuff like that. So I gave like a very long and more detailed explanation on this one. The answer is track for this correct tag for subtitle. So we'll go for our next question. Use footer tag for page footer. So you submit your answer. Correct. Page footer is correct. So you see this, a very cool explanation on why it's the answer. Even if you get it not, even if you don't get it correctly or you get it correctly, it still gives you an explanation for this. Okay. So we'll go to the next question. HTML5 replaced this. Yeah, true. We'll submit true. HTML succeeded this. So when you're doing your own, make sure if you fail or if you get any question incorrect, make sure you read my short notes here to explain why it's the correct answer. Okay. So anyone you don't understand, just say it in the comment section, or make sure to do a video on that. So next question we have, geolocation API is it's a JavaScript feature, I think. Let me check our notes. Geolocation, I think I've seen something like that before. Okay, what's this? Geolocation API. Okay, so geolocation API, I think it's JavaScript, yeah, a JavaScript feature. So let me just close this our notes and stuff like that. So it's a JavaScript feature, a JS feature. So we'll go to the next question. What does HTML stand for? Okay, everyone knows this, but I can still give you people like a very good like reason why I just did this tag right here. So you can use it to check out our notes and something like that. So in case you forgot what HTML stands for or something, you can also check, see hypertext markup language. So you choose the correct answer. You can close your notes and you submit your answer correct. And it gives you a very cool explanation on this. Okay, a very cool explanation on this. So it's correct. So next one, use outputs to display computed results. Correct. It gives a cool explanation for that as well. Okay. So next one we have Canvas is supported in one I8 IE8. I think it's false. We can't use Canvas there. Yeah, I know. Canvas is not supported in Internet Explorer 8. I think it's just HTML5 and stuff like that that you can use the canvas tag. And I think it's just new elements that came out or something. So next one we have, is HTML5 backward compatible? Yeah, true. It's compatible backwards. So you see a very brief note that you can read on your own and stuff like that. Next, are HTML tag case sensitive? Nope, they are not case sensitive, but most programmers prefer the lowercase, but it's even more logical because I think I had a note on that. Okay, no, okay, HTML tags are not case sensitive. Div and div are treated identically by browsers. This flexibility specifies coding through lowercase. True, though lowercase is preferred in modern standards for consistency and readability. Okay, so next question would be tag for tangible content. Tag for tangible content. I think it's aside. Yeah, correct. You can see brief notes here. You can read to understand why it's aside as well. So block level A tags are allowed in, yeah. Block level A tags are allowed in HTML5. Block level A tags, yeah. The problem, yeah. Okay. I think it's just my system had a little bit of an issue. So true. So block level A tags are allowed in HTML5. Yeah, it's true. So I gave a very short note on this as well. So next question. HTML5 dropped center tag. Yeah, true. Because I can't see any center tag in HTML5. Yeah, you see that. So I gave a short note on why and stuff like that. Drag and drop feature supported. Okay, it's, yeah, yeah, it's supported in HTML5. Yeah, correct. And I gave a short note on this. So when you're doing yours, you can just read it out and make and get more understanding on why the answer is like that. Next question. Elements in a document structure tag list is header, nav, and footer. So it's header, nav, and footer. They are the structured tag list if you are creating for a well anchored dynamic web page. Okay. Next question. Support offline web apps. Yeah. HTML supports offline web apps. Yeah. So a brief note you can see right here. Next one. Next question. Can you run HTML offline? Yeah, you can run HTML offline. And a short note right here. Next question. Stores that data locally, or all of them, local storage, session storage, or cookies. So it's all of the above. So that's it. All is correct. And a brief short note I gave here. Okay. So the next question we have, autoplay audio with HTML attributes would be autoplay. Yeah, autoplay. So next one, WebSocket is, oh sorry, WebSocket is a communication protocol. You can check it in your notes. WebSocket. I think I heard something about WebSockets. It's here, right here. WebSockets is a communication protocol. So that's the use of our notes as well. So it's a communication protocol. If you submit, that's the correct answer. So you can see a very brief explanation right here. Which is semantic? Okay, which of this is semantic? I know the semantic element, but in case we forget about it, you can check your notes as well. So semantic element, you see semantic tags, article. So the answer is article. So if you submit, you see correct. So you can clear your note off. Okay. So then next question we have, input type for URL is URL in HTML. So correct. Uh, Next, attributes like ID classes are global. True, true. Next question. Elements for user drawn graphs are, I think, SVG or Canvas. User drawn graph, SVG or Canvas. Let me try Canvas. Okay, yeah, it's Canvas, not SVG. Okay, user drawn graph. Canvas is used for drawing dynamic graphs via JavaScript. Example using the 2D context and stuff like that. So this is a brief note you can read for more understanding. Semantic main is unique per page. Yeah, true. So you can't use main tag like 2 3 times. The main tag must be like once and once. Yeah. So it's unique per page. Supports math ML directly. Yeah, HTML supports math ML, mathematical markup language directly. Yeah. So meta tag viewport is for what? Is for the mobile layout for your mobile phones and any other place is going to be displaying mobile layouts, correct? Okay, you see, mobile layout is correct. The meta name viewport tag, example, meta name viewport, this content width equals this initial scale 1 ensures responsive design on mobile devices by controlling the viewport size and scale. It's unrelated to audio, video, or CSS. You see a very brief and understandable short explanation that you can read. Okay, captions for figures is fake captions. Fake captions. You see this then. Cool. Progress shows download status. Yeah, download status. HTML live updates, JS API. JS API. Okay. So next we have HTML5 video does not require Flash plugin. So it requires all these, but it does not require Flash plugin, I think. Yeah, correct. Next one, Canvas element is for 2D drawing via JavaScript. 2D drawing via JavaScript. I think it's in our notes. Let's see. Canvas elements. Okay, see Canvas for JavaScript driven 2D drawing. You see here. SVG for scalable vector graphics. Okay, so we'll close our notes. So submit answer correct. It's for JavaScript. Self-choosing tags like BR requires a slash false because BR doesn't need like a slash to close it. You can just use self-closing tag HR, BR, image, IMG and stuff like that. They're self-closing tags, so they don't require like backslashes or something. So you see, in HTML5, self-closing tags like BR or IMG do not require a trailing slash. You see. So next question we have the correct doc type for HTML5 is this. So this is the correct doc type. You can just give in Visual Studio, you can just give like an exclamation and click enter and it gives you something like this. Okay. So main can appear multiple times. No, false. Main cannot appear multiple times. The main tag can't appear multiple times. It just appears only once. So next. Nested p tags are allowed. Nested p tags. Okay, you can nest p tags on top of each, like on each other. I think uh you can next a tags and stuff, but you can't. No, false. I meant to say. So you say false. HTML does not allow nested p tags. Example, you say this. You can't do something like this because it just automatically removes the first one. Video supports track caption. I think true. Next question. HTML and CSS are markup and style. And most programmers used to call it programming languages as well, but it's not a programming language. It's markup and styles, just something like that. But it's not a programming language. But anything you want to call it, though. But me, I think markup and style is the correct one. Yeah. So let me see this read the short note I made for you guys. Markup and style is correct. HTML is a markup language for structuring content, while CSS is a style sheet language for styling it. Neither is a programming language like JavaScript, a database language like CQL. No, are they the same? You see, JavaScript is the programming language. Your To me, any language that don't have like if or else statements is not any like code or any code that is written without if and else statements is not a programming language. That's why you can see like Python programming language, Java programming languages, JavaScript programming language, and other things. And SQL doesn't have if and else statements, so it's not a programming language, it's a database language. To me, that's how I get my own understanding. So, next question. New media elements include all of the above. Okay, you can do video, audio, and source and stuff like that. All. So next, elements for local scripts are local scripts is scripts. So if you want to like import JavaScript or stuff like that, or you want to use JavaScript, you need to use the script tag. You see, is the correct tag for embedding or linking JavaScript code, example scripts, source scripts.js and stuff like that. So the next one, correct syntax for char set meta. So is this, if you have worked with HTML before or you have an idea of HTML, you know that is this is the correct answer. Okay. So next one, HTML animation via CSS and JavaScript only. True. Can only make it with this. Yeah, true. So you can see at keyframes for animation using CSS and many other stuffs. Like in my code, there are lots of keyframes in my code. Lots of keyframes in my code. So that's what the animations are for. Yeah. So I like using keyframes a lot. So next question. Semantic semantic nav container is nav. Okay, so nav. Next one, data list pairs with select, no, input. I mean to say, yes, it select input. Inputs. Next question. So deprecated in HTML font. Yeah. So you can't, you don't, we don't have like a tag named font. So I think it was removed in HTML. You can only use font something, font size, font family, only in CSS. So it's removed in HTML5. Yeah, you see, and I gave an explanation right here. The next question, encapsulates a standalone content piece. We have standalone content piece is article, yeah, or aside article, yeah. The next one, dialogue is new in HTML. Yeah, I haven't seen that before and I haven't used that before, so it's true. New input type include all of the above, so you can input email, number, and color. So it's all of the above. Next question. Correct HTML5 tag to highlight. Mark. I know most of you think it's highlight, but it's not. It's mark to highlight something. You say mark. Good. Next. HTML comment syntax. So most people, if you are studying programming languages, commenting will be an issue to you. Like it's not like it should be an issue if you are studying many languages at a time. Python, SQL, CSS, many languages, Java and stuff like that. You might even be confused, like in a certain point, like what is this or how will I, like you might just be confused though, but with time you have the understanding. So for HTML is this. I think this for JavaScript and this for CSS and this for Python. So let's so I even gave a very brief explanation. This is the correct syntax for HTML comments. Example, this. Then which are ignored by browsers. Then this one is for JavaScript and this one is for CSS and this one is invalid in HTML. This one is for Python. This 33 hash. Okay. Next one, the last question. HTML uses HR. So HR is called horizontal rule. It gives a long straight line in the page, in your web page. Okay. Next, correct. Okay, so go next question. So that's it. You see the my results. Your score is 49 out of 50. So I just failed one question because HTML is pretty much easy though. HTML5 wizard, web dev superstar. You can restart your quiz and stuff like that. But so that's the thing I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment your score. And for the ending of the video again, I'm going to remind you guys that my web application, the link to my web application is in the description. I made it very visible, and I made it and I explained it to show you guys that this is the place for the web application. So if it's not clickable, just copy it and post on your paste in your Chrome, your Firefox, and your Safari, depending on where you are using it from. But I made it the same responsive and how it is in mobile phones and stuff like that. But sometimes you might just encounter errors in your application and stuff like that. But I hope mine works well in other things like that. So that's it. Lastly, make sure you subscribe, comment your scores, and comment what you need me to improve in my web application that will make it more beginner friendly and understandable. Thanks. Love you guys.